Hi, Levi Clevenger-Realtor here in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. I wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you guys a little bit about what the pre-approval process could be like and the importance of it and also the benefits. For anyone who's not familiar, pre-approval is simply just sitting down with a lender before we actually go out and start looking at houses. And the lender, it takes some documentation from you, maybe pay stubs, maybe tax returns, and he looks at those and he basically writes you out a letter and he tells you how much of a house you can afford. It's really a great thing because there's really not a whole lot of point in me taking you out and spending a day showing you homes whenever they, for one, could be out of your price range, or two, maybe you cannot get qualified at this time. If I showed everybody a house that called me up on the phone, that's probably all I would get done doing. And sadly, maybe 25% of those people are actually qualified. And the benefits of working with a lender early on in the process is you just begin to build that relationship up and you're more comfortable working with that person when it comes time to actually go through the full mortgage application. If you sit down with a lender for the pre-approval and you just don't like what you're hearing, you don't like maybe the person's personality or the company, you're not in it very deep to where you can go to another lender and just kind of shop around a little bit. And you would have the luxury of doing that. Whenever you find a home you want, it's really time sensitive that you get that offer in as soon as possible and that you have that mortgage commitment letter to submit with that offer. If you're in a situation like that, you don't want to take a week to sit down with several different lenders in the area to try to select which one that you want best. And also, if you want to settle in, 30, 45 days, it's, having that pre-approval letter in hand is just one step closer and one step that is already done before you go in to make the full mortgage application. One of the benefits of getting involved with a lender early as well, particularly I've seen that here in our office at Home Sale Mortgage, is that if your credit for some reason is not where it should be to get a mortgage, that the lender here can actually work with you over a period of time. Sometimes it's as little as 30 days so you can get your credit bumped up to where it needs to be. Sometimes he puts you on a longer term plan, 90 days, 6 months, possibly even a year, and he'll work with you to get you qualified. And that's something that you just don't see in a lot of lenders, that they're willing to take that time and invest in you as a home buyer. So it's really a great thing, and it's something that I would strongly encourage you to do before we go out and look at houses. I get calls all the time. People call me up, hey, I want to see this house. I'm like, are you pre-approved? No, we just want to look at the house, and then if we like it, then we might buy. And those are just not signs of a seriously interested home buyer. If you are serious, I feel you will go out and you will get that pre-approval letter. Now, that's not to say that you can't call me up, before you have that letter. In fact, I would strongly encourage you to do so. If you are thinking about buying a house, the thing I encourage people to do most and first is contact a realtor. And then once you contact that realtor, let him or her guide you through the process, however he or she likes to do it best. For me, if you call me up, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to talk with you, I'm going to create some dialogue, ask you some questions, find out what your goals are, what your needs are, and then I'm going to try to get you through that pre-approval process. And then once we have that letter in hand, we can go out, we can start looking at homes, and we know what you can afford. So if you have any questions, comments about the pre-approval process, or any other real estate questions in general, just reach out to me at lclevenger@homesale.com. You can also find me on Facebook at Levi Clevenger-Realtor.